What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to a late night show. Get your gossip ready. Get your popcorn ready. We're going to have some fun. We're going to talk football. Whatever's on your mind, whatever's on your thoughts, put it in the comments. We'll talk about it tonight right after this.
For some gossip, Holmes. We're going to talk some 49er football with the homeboys and the homegirls, and we're going to chillax and relax and have some fun.
That's what I'm talking about. We're going to have some fun. The title says it all. Gossip with Niners sickness. We're going to talk 49er football. Whatever's on your mind, whatever crosses your thoughts, what you want to talk about, put it in the comments. We will talk about it. We will talk about possible more free agent signings. We'll talk about the ones we already signed, the one that got away, supposedly, to the Cowgirls. And we'll just have fun, guys. Let's just have fun and talk 49er football. But before we get started, please make sure to wipe your feet before entering and smash that like button for your boy, Niner Sickness.
Otherwise, I will take you to hell.
Nah, just kidding. You ain't going nowhere. But let's talk 49er football, guys. What's on your mind? We got our first comment. We got 49er throwback in the house. What's up, 49er throwback? Yes. Let's do what he says. Hit that like button, faithful, on your way in. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that very, very much. Let's get my, hold on, guys. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Got to get all my stuff in order here. So how is everybody doing tonight? I hope everyone is having a wonderful, wonderful Thursday night. Friday's upon us. The draft is getting closer. Guys, how excited are you guys about the draft? I know some of you are not too excited on the picks that the Niners took so far in free agency. Somebody wanted those big names. Somebody wanted the Danielle Hunter, the Christian Wilkins type of signing. But listen, we got some good players on board. We brought in Leonard Floyd. He's an older cat, but this cat has been consistent the last 4 years. He's had 9 to 10 sacks every year, 9 for sure. This guy can definitely be that opposite guy that we've been looking for next to Bosa. How effective do you guys think it's going to be having him next to Bosa? What are your thoughts on Leonard Floyd? How much of an impact do you think he'll bring to that D-line next to Bosa? Chase Young might have the higher ceiling, right? Chase Young might have that higher ceiling, but I don't think that at this moment, Chase Young is playing great football. I mean, 2.5 sacks in 9 games. It's not good. It's not good at all. How many know we need to get someone that can dominate the line, that can penetrate the line, and get some sacks? Give me your thoughts on Leonard Floyd. Is it a good signing? It's okay. We could have done better. Or heck yeah. He is the best that we had since D Ford. Let me know in the comments your thought on that. Is he the best we have had since D Ford? Look who it is. Look who's coming in the house. We got Brad. What's up, Brad? Welcome, sir. He says, let's go. We got Randy in the house. What's up, Randy? Good to see you. Good to see you. Dominator. Excuse me. Always screw it up. What's up, brother? Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Floyd will be an upgrade over Chase Young. I think so. I really do. I think he will be definitely an upgrade over Chase Young. We need that type of pass rusher, right? We need that pass rusher that is relentless, that goes after the quarterback, that can handle the one-on-ones. In 2019, when we had a healthy D Ford, Nick Bosa and D Ford made Eric Armstead and DeForest Buckner look good. They were caving the outside, making the quarterback run forwards and go into the pocket, right into the arms of DeForest Buckner and Eric Armstead because of the speed on the outside. And ever since D Ford got hurt, we haven't been able to get someone of that stature. We thought it was going to be Ecobound, whatever his dumbass name is. They came over for the Rams. He was okay, but he wasn't what we really needed. We brought in a lot of different guys that would hopefully step up and put pressure on the quarterback and help out Bosa, and we haven't gotten the right guy. I really believe, without a shadow of a doubt, that this kid, Leonard Floyd, will be an upgrade. And it's only for 2 years. The Niners still need to draft, or they need to continue to develop Drake Jackson and Robert Beal. We'll see what they turn out to be. But I like this. Not so flashy, not too expensive, but productive. I know we wanted the freaking Denelli Hunter, great player. I would have loved to have Denelli Hunter next to Bosa. I know we wanted Joey Bosa. But as you know, he restructured his contract. He's staying in LA with the Chargers, and we're moving on. So I like the addition of Leonard Floyd. And I want to ask you guys, what are your thoughts on Matos? What are you guys' thoughts on Matos? The kid, he's 6'6", big guy. He can play outside, inside. He was picked up from the Panthers. What are you guys' thoughts on Matos? Do you think that was a great addition? We have to wait and see what he can do. What do you think Chris Concerett can do with someone like Matos on the field? Are you guys fired up for that? Are you guys fired up for someone of that stature, or is he just a rotational guy, someone that is going to come in and just be that rotational guy? Lenny Floyd is a legend, says Randy. Randy says he's a legend. I just want him to be productive, man. I'm not going to lie. I want him to be productive. I want him to help us take care of, set the edge, go after the quarterback, finish, and put the quarterback on their asses. That's what we need. We need the Niners to put their opposing quarterbacks on their ass. Floyd is consistent. He is also a guy who doesn't miss games. And I was about to get to that. Thank you for bringing up, Brad. He's very durable. A lot of us have been wanting a player that doesn't get hurt. This is the reason why Eric Armstead is no longer a 49er, and he's now a Jaguar, and we're going to get into that a little bit later. But the reason why he's not a Niner, because the best ability is availability. I don't care what you can do on the field. I don't care how good you are as a player. If you're not on the field and you cannot produce, it doesn't matter how talented you are. If you're sitting on the sideline, always hurt. And one thing about Leonard Floyd is his durability. He doesn't get hurt. He stays on the field. I believe the last time he got hurt, knock on wood, was in I want to say 11. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he's very durable. He's very durable, and that's what we need. And Matos too. Matos doesn't get hurt as much either, but Mato, to me, is more of a rotational piece. He's not completely your guy that you're going to need to step up like you do with Leonard. I think Matos will be a good replacement for Gregory if we don't bring Gregory back. I know we lost, what's his name? The one that we brought from the Raiders the year before. He went to the Commanders, I think. He got hurt. He was decent. Can't think of his name. But I think Matos can step up and definitely handle his business at that point. And one of the players that I want to talk about that I'm excited to talk about is Mr. Collins. I like that signing, Mr. Collins. He was traded from the Houston Texans, Malik Collins, for a 7th round pick. The rumor was that the Niners were trying to trade Eric Armstead to the Texans and then take Collins and kind of exchange the contracts. But maybe the Texans wanted the Niners to eat half of the money, and the Niners probably didn't. And it fell through, but we were still able to get him for a 7th round pick. I've been watching him play. He is very durable as well. He pushes the pocket. He has a motor. And he can play on first and second downs. But if you need to stop the run, if you're focusing on stopping the run, you can always bring the kid they picked up from Cleveland, Jordan Elliott. Jordan Elliott, man, the kid was 6'6" in the NFL last year, stopping the run. And what is it? What do they call it? Run yards. I forgot what PFF calls it, but he was 6. So we got our gap stop guy. One of the areas that we were getting gashed last year was freaking the run game. It seemed like we couldn't stop the run game. And by adding someone like Jordan Elliott, it's a big plus. Big, huge plus, fulfilling that goal and stopping the run. Let's see. Matos feels like he's just a death piece. But Kasaric is great at maximizing guys' abilities. Excuse me. Clayton Farrell. Thank you. Thank you, Brad Farrell. I think Matos can step up. You know, whether Farrell was a little bit better or not, we shall see. But the main guy that I'm excited for is Leonard Floyd. And who knows what the Niners do in the draft. Now, I think personally, they're going to be drafting high on offense. I don't think they're going to go defense in the draft. I could be wrong, but I think the Niners are very much going to pursue a tackle, guard, or center. with that first pick in the draft this year. Whether they stay at 31 or maybe they package something together and they move up into the early 20s, 21, 22, 23 area. If a player they covet is there, if there's someone they're precisely looking at center, guard, or tackle, or someone they can play either position, I think the Niners can definitely move up and go get someone. I think the Niners needed to do what they needed to do defensively. I think the Niners are still looking to make the secondary better. I think the Niners are looking in bringing another safety. I've been hearing people rumble about maybe Justin Simmons from the Broncos could be coming to the Niners if they can work something out. What are your guys' thoughts on Justin Simmons? Do you think he can be someone that can help out in the secondary? We don't know how Hufanga's going to be coming out of that injury. Even if Hufanga's ready to go, I love Jair Brown. I do. I think Jair Brown's going to be a great one for us, but he's still young. And if you can have somebody like Justin Simmons back there, it wouldn't be a bad thing, in my opinion. Or do they go corner in the free agency? I don't think the Niners are done. Now, the Niners were definitely going after a linebacker to kind of hold the spot for Greenlaw. As you know, Greenlaw got hurt in the Super Bowl. We don't know if he's going to be ready for game one. Probably not. But that's what people said about Brock Purdy. Oh, he's not going to come back until about game 4, game 5. And sure enough, he was playing against Pittsburgh week 1. But every player and every injury is different. But unfortunately for the Niners, I don't really care. I didn't think too much of him. But Eric Kendrick was signed verbally. He made a verbal commitment to the San Francisco 49ers. And then he was supposed to come in on Wednesday and make it official, sign on the dotted line, and the dude just backed out like a little girl. A man they cannot keep his word is nothing to me. A man without his word is nothing. What does a man have left if it's not your word? People are like, well, you need to understand the Cowboys, they hired Zimmer as their defensive coordinator. Listen, when the Niners made the pitch for Eric Kendricks, he knew his agent knew all the possibilities. They knew every team that was looking into getting him. He, for whatever his reason was, he chose the Niners. He made that verbal commitment to the 49ers, and the dude backed out. I don't care what his reasons are. I really don't. Now, I don't think he's a great player. I think he's up there in age. I don't think he's a huge, oh my God, he was coming, but now he's not. I don't even care that he's going to the Cowboys. Cowboys suck anyway. But the fact that he gave his word, made that verbal commitment, and then he backed out and decided to go to another team. To me, he's boneless. He's weak. A man without his word is nothing. So the Niners are still in pursuit for a linebacker. I know they were going to bring back what's his name? DFF or Demetrius Fagan and Flo, DFF. I think that's what they call him. But how good is he? Oren Burks, I don't want him back. I like Devin White, but he got signed. Who is left at linebacker? Or do you guys, let me ask you guys, do you guys think that the guys that we drafted last year can step up this year. I've been hearing a lot of people think D. Winters from TCU is doing good, but some people say that Jalen, is it Jalen Graham, I believe, from Purdue, he's looking better. People are vibing about him. They're saying he's good in practice. He's developing very well. Do you think the Niners should go with someone like Graham if they don't pick up a linebacker? What's up, Phil General? Welcome. How you doing, sir? How you doing? Look what we have here. I did not see because I was too busy talking. We got the queen of the channel, Dawn Dodson. How you doing? We got royalty in the house. Welcome to one of my longest tenures on here on the Niner Sickness Podcast. Dawn Dodson, welcome. The girls are probably asleep at this hour, I hope. But tell them I said hello. Jayla and Ariel. Get to know you're good, bro. I love Glock Purdy. D. Winters. I'm excited. I like D. Winters at TCU. I like how he played. I'm excited to see what these two young cats can do in our defense. I really am.
We interrupt this program to bring you an important announcement.
For more awesome content, like and subscribe now.
I really do like D. Winters. I like the possibility of what he can do in this defense. Graham looks like he's really developing well. A Purdue guy. People are excited. Coaches are just vibing up on him, raving about him. I'm excited to see what they do. I want to see what Luter does year 2. Womack, is he going to take a step forward for us? Samuel Womack. Where is Samuel Womack gone? I'm excited about him. I'm excited that we're going back to a traditional defense that we had under D'Amico Ryans and Robert Saleh by promoting our coach within, and I can't think of his name, so if you guys can please kindly put it in the comments for me. I love that they brought, I know he's a Seahawk guy, but I like that they brought in the linebacker as an assistant linebackers coach. I think he's going to help Fred Warner, Moore, and Greenlaw, and he's definitely going to be able to help these young kids, D. Winters and Graham, become better players. I can't wait to see what the Niners do with them. It's going to be exciting. Oh, my goodness. Yes, they are. They have the next 5 days off. They go back to school on Wednesday. Oh, right on. Yeah, I think we will be good. I will be happy when we shore up our O-line. Yeah, that's something I think the Niners are truly going to, quote unquote, invest in the draft. I think the Niners know how important it is to give Glock Purdy some time. And I want to just take a moment, guys. This is just a gossip, this talk all night type of night. So I want to take a moment to really appreciate Brock Purdy. Congratulations to Brock Purdy, by the way, for getting married to his lovely wife now. As they start their lives together, being married. Blessings to them. But I want to take a moment and talk about Brock Purdy. and what he's developed so far as the San Francisco 49ers starting quarterback. I know a lot of us have different emotions. A lot of us liked Trey Lance. I was a big Trey Lance fan. I liked his ability, his ceiling. I liked what he did. He only played 1 year, but I like his ceiling. So I wanted the Niners to draft him and kind of mold him and build him into what the Niners wanted him to be. So when the Niners took him, I was excited. But he just didn't work out. And I know the Niners gave up 3 number ones. Technically, they gave up 2. And then they switched 1. But people say 3, so I'm not going to sit there and argue with no one. I understand they brought him in because they saw potential. They saw that they can work with him. And when he got to camp, things just didn't work out. So we move on. You know, the Niners gave up all these picks and the Niners screwed up. Whether you guys agree with it, disagree with it, whether you guys were really mad about it, truth be told, it's in the past. It's in the past. Lucky for us, lucky for the 49ers that the Niners were able to find someone like Brock Purdy. Lucky for us that the Niners were able to find someone in the 7th round like Brock Purdy. And then like everything else, all these naysayers. Brock Purdy's not tall enough. Brock Purdy's not strong enough. Brock Purdy this, Brock Purdy that. And all the negatives. And then for those that had a hard time transitioning from Trey over to Brock, they were mad. They were mad because we lost Brock. They were mad because we got rid of Trey. And I'm like, listen, Trey Lance did not work out. He didn't work out. We got to move on. And Brock Purdy came in and he stepped in for Jimmy G when Jimmy G got hurt. He stepped for Jimmy G when Jimmy G got hurt. And he played well against Miami. When that pass rusher was in his face and he got rid of the ball and was able to get it to Kittle, right there, I was like, this kid can play. This kid can play. The kid can play. What's up, Andrew Martinez is in the house. What's up, Andrew Martinez? Welcome. We got Niner Minded in the house. What's up, Niner Minded? Welcome to the show, brother. Welcome, welcome. I really hope someone isn't complaining about Lance still. That ship has sailed. No, nobody tonight. Nobody tonight. I just brought it up as I'm talking about Brock Purdy, and we're moving forward, and we're going forward with our quarterback of the present and future. We're talking about offensive line, developing and building that offensive line, hopefully in the draft so that we can protect him and give him more time to do what he does best. Man, I got 50 people in this chat, and it's 11 p.m. at night. You guys are awesome. Let me give you guys a hand of applause. You guys are awesome. They call him a game manager, but he is a field general. Like in boxing, the better boxers are ring generals. I like it. All I know is this. Technically, every quarterback, from the Patrick Mahomes to the Joe Burrows to the Josh Allens, the Justin Herberts, every quarterback is a team manager, or however you guys want to call it, because game manager, because they all manage the system they're in. But good quarterbacks can make decisions on the fly. Good quarterbacks can change a call because that call that the coach called isn't working on the fly. A good quarterback can make something happen with his feet. And everything that Brock Purdy has shown me is that he's light on his feet. He thinks, his head's on a swivel. He's always looking, and he's always getting the ball to his playmakers. Always getting the ball to his playmakers. And this is a player that did not have an offseason last year. Remember, he got hurt in the NFC Championship game against Philadelphia. He had to have surgery on his elbow. A lot of people did not know if he was going to be able to play week 1, week 2, week 3. And if he did play, was he going to be the same Brock Purdy? Is he going to be worse? Is he ever going to come back from that injury? All these things were being talked about last offseason. What did the kid do? Right out of the gate, week 1 in Pittsburgh, started just boom, 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 playing great football. Did he have some up and downs? Yes. Did he throw some interceptions? Yes. But I love the way Brock Purdy played. And he did all this. He had over 4,000 yards, over 30-plus touchdowns. He was a Pro Bowl his first year starting. The number 1 Pro Bowl starter. And he didn't have an offseason. He didn't have an offseason. Imagine now with a complete offseason. And they say typically quarterbacks, and any position, but primarily quarterbacks, they kind of take that next step year 3. Year 3 is kind of when you want to look at the progress of a quarterback from year 1 to year 3, even though he only played 1 year full season, but this is year 3 for Brock Purdy. I got to believe that he's going to take a major step forward in year 3. And he's going to get paid. He's going to get paid. And I know, I can already hear it today. They pay him $50 million a year, 55. How in the world are you going to pay a quarterback that doesn't look like Josh Allen, who doesn't look like Joe Burrow, 50+ million a year? I know, I sense it now. There's going to be 49er fans that are going to be upset that Brock Purdy is going to get paid as an elite player at his position, and they're going to feel that he's not elite. They're going to say, man, if Trey Lance can do what Brock Purdy is doing, and he has such a high ceiling, if Trey Lance was playing the way Brock Purdy played, and they gave him $55 million a year, $60 million, they have no problem with it. No problem. But because it's Brock Purdy, all of a sudden, there's an issue. And it shouldn't be that way. It really shouldn't be that way. It should be, let's root for the best player on the team. Let's support Brock Purdy. Let's support CMC. Whoever's on the team, let's be faithful and support those that are on our team that are trying to win for us. Yeah, absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Wait until he has better protection and see what he can do. 100%. Yeah. He's very good and accurate getting the ball out under immense pressure. Imagine if you give him a little bit more time, what he's going to be able to do to opposing defenses. It's going to be scary, I'm telling you. Yeah, if you can't support a player you do have to question their fan card. Are they truly a fan? And I understand we are entitled to our own opinions. Not everybody has to think the same. We all have our own perspectives of what we think is good for our team. But if you don't pay Brock Purdy, who are you going to pay? If you don't pay Brock Purdy, who are you going to pay? Who's coming in? Brandon Allen? You got to pay the kid that is on your roster that is winning you games. Yeah, that is very true. How high is your ceiling if you haven't played since 2021? And I feel bad. Don't get me wrong. I feel bad for Trey Lance. I really do. But that's, as terrible as it sounds, as bad as it is, that's just the way it is, man. It sucks. Yeah. We almost won a Super Bowl with terrible pass protection. I mean, listen, shoulda, coulda, woulda, what could have happened, all that. I understand that. I get it. I get it. But let's be honest. Let's be honest. If Chris Jones, I'm not saying stopping Chris Jones, but if Chris Jones would have been held, not held as holding, but if somebody would have been assigned to him just enough to give Brock Purdy another second or two, I think he completes the football for a touchdown instead of getting crushed by Chris Jones. And you never know. We convert that touchdown, it changes everything. At the very least, they score, we don't lose. We continue on. So if Brock Purdy had a second or two longer to get the ball out, I really believe we would have scored. But unfortunately, it didn't happen because Chris Jones came right through, and it is what it is, and here we are. And I'm keeping it real, man. I am keeping it real. That's right, Fields. Jones just needed to engage for a half a second. That was it. Absolutely. That's it, man. You know how they say it? A game is won or lost in inches? Well, it's won and lost in seconds as well. If we can give him better protection. He had BA and Jennings. That is correct, Fields. That is correct. He had Jennings in the inside, and he had he had BA on the inside, and he had Jennings on the outside. Either one could have caught the ball for a touchdown. It looks to me, though, and I could be wrong, it was going to go to Jennings. But either one of them would have scored. But the fact that we couldn't stop Chris Jones, nobody even touched him. And people want to blame the offense. People want to blame Kyle Shanahan. He's not a good coach. Kyle Shanahan, he chokes in Super Bowls. How is it Kyle's fault that Buford goofed up on that play? Tell me, how is it Kyle Shanahan's fault that Buford messed that up? I understand we get emotional, we get angry, we get upset. We lost again to the damn Chiefs. And I hate losing. I hate losing the Super Bowl, but I got to give credit where credit is due. There is no shame in losing to a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes. There is no shame in losing to a head coach like Andy Reid. No shame in it. But how is that Kyle's fault? How does Kyle get blamed for a guard messing up? It was hard, though. He came untouched. Brock Purdy did not have a chance to react. That's how fast it was. I know that hindsight, after the play, sitting from our TV, I wish he could have did this. I wish he could have did that. But you got to understand, Brock Purdy, everything's 100 miles an hour. You look and you see Chris Jones coming at you untouched. I don't know which quarterback could have done any better. I don't even think Lamar Jackson could have got away from Chris Jones at that particular moment without being touched. I really don't. Jimmy Perez, what's up, brother? How you doing, homie? So, a loss is a loss. It sucks that we lose, man. It really does. It sucks that we lose. Nobody wants to lose. But we got a good team. We got a good roster. Yes, we lost Eric Armstead. And Eric Armstead, kudos to him. He signed a 3-year, $51 million contract with the Jacksonville Jaguars, which will pay him somewhere in the $17 million per year. Good for him. It sucks that we lost him. It sucks that he's no longer a Niner. But I am not mad at the Niners for going to him and asking him to take a pay cut. I am all for players getting the money. I am. I am all for players getting their money. I am all for players getting their money. But when you're not available to play all 18 games and you miss a lot of games because of injury, it's not a surprise that a team will go up to the player and say, hey, we value you, we love you, we want you to still be here, but man, you're not playing every game. We need you every game. Can you take a pay cut? And I'm not mad at the Niners for going to Eric Armstead, and I am not mad at Eric Armstead for saying no. I'm not. I'm not mad at the Niners for going and asking him, and I'm not mad at Eric for saying no. And therefore, we move on. Now we're going to find out if Malik Collins will be able to make that departure of Eric Armstead feel a little bit easier. Because unfortunately, Kinlaw did not ease the pain of losing DeForest Buckner. And this is why a lot of Niner fans were pissed off that DeForest Buckner was traded. But I guarantee you guys, if Kinlaw would have been kicking ass from day one and the dude would have been dominant and if he would have played the way he played in 2023 every single year, nobody and their mamas would have been mentioning the trade of DeForest Buckner. But because Kinlaw did not play up to par, everybody and their mamas was upset that we traded DeForest Buckner. But that's just part of the game. The whole, you know what I think is funny, guys? I've been hearing on Twitter a lot of Niner fans being upset that Javon Hargrave is not the player we thought we were getting. Javon Hargrave, he's not that guy that was playing for the Eagles. He's a bust. And I'm like, what game are you watching? Did he get the sacks that he got when he was with the Eagles? No. But what he did to help out that line was awesome. And he was playing hurt. Let's see what he does in 2024. But I do like the Hargrave signing. I do. People are too quick to judge on a 1-year performance. Too quick. Well, he didn't have the same sacks he had. So, do I want him to have sacks, double digits? Of course. Now, in 2024, there is a possibility that we can have three players with double-digit sacks. We can have Bosa, Hargrave, and Leonard Floyd. Imagine 3 of those players with double-digit sacks. If they get 10 each, that's already 30. Yep. And at a cheaper cost. Now, we do got to pay the piper. That always happens when you restructure contracts. When you restructure contracts, you're always going to pay debt money. And we're going to pay $10.5 million because it was post-June. And next year, we're paying 15 point something, which is the total of 28 plus of debt money. But we were able to save $18 million. We can't use it until June 1st, but it can be used for if you want to extend Hufanga, if you want to extend it, or they can use that money for Brandon Ayuk. They can use that money for who's going night? Dominic Niner, good night, sir. Have a wonderful night. Good to see you. Be blessed. Or is Don leaving? One of you. Okay, I think Don is the one that's going to bed. Good night, Don. Have a wonderful night. Thank you for stopping by. Truly appreciate you a lot. So, we got William Floyd, like Bash said. We brought in 2 D tackles at a good price. We brought in Malik Collins. We brought in Jordan Elliott. He's not the greatest pass rusher, but he's a beast against the run. We brought Matos as a kind of rotational player. They're going to work on maybe bringing in a linebacker, or maybe we go with Graham from Purdue, or we go with Winters from TCU. The Niners, John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan are I always screw up his name. Parag know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. They win games. Let me ask you guys. I'm going to be honest. I know we lost. I know we lost in the Super Bowl, and that sucks. I know it sucks. I know it sucks. We lost in the Super Bowl. But how many of you had fun watching the Niners destroy the Cowboys 43-10? How many of you had fun watching the Niners take care of the Jaguars? How many of you enjoyed watching the Niners dismantle the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't know about you, but I truly had fun. I'm still here. I work third shift, so I'm running my machine and listening. Oh, right on. Right on, brother. I appreciate the love, man. So, I enjoyed kicking the ass of the Packers coming back and beating Detroit. It sucks that we lost to Patrick Mahomes. It does. It sucks that we lost to Andy Reid. It does. It sucks that we don't have our 6th Lombardi trophy. It sucks that we haven't crossed the line yet. We've been so close and haven't crossed over yet. I feel bad for a lot of you young Niner fans that haven't had the chance to experience truly that. But we are competitive every year. We are competitive every year. We're in the race every year. We're dominating every year. Every year we're dominating. We're in the playoffs every year. We're in the NFC Championship every year. One of these days, the Niners will punch their ticket and win the Super Bowl. They will. We just got to make sure to stay faithful, continue to root for our teams. We got a good team, man. We got a good offense. We got a good defense. Yes, the Eagles got a little bit better. Yes, the Lions got better by adding DJ Reader. I don't care what teams are doing. I don't care who they add. The Niners are still the better team. Brock Purdy is going to do things this year that he did not do last year. Let me tell you, if you loved watching Brock Purdy play this year, you're going to love him in 2024. And now that he's married, ooh-wee, he's going to play some good football for his lovely wife. Zome, how do you pronounce it? Man, I am terrible reading names tonight, and I don't want to butcher it. Somi, right? I want to say Zoni. Somi. If I butcher it, it was not my intentions at all. And I'm sorry that my show is boring, but you're watching it. You're watching it. So if it's boring, why are you watching it? You know, it's funny. People, make their comments, but ain't nobody's forcing you to watch anything, man. You can go back to watching porn. I'm sorry that I stopped you from your scene. But anyway, going back to what I was saying. The Niners have a great team. I'm excited to see what the Niners are going to do. Let's go. Let's have fun. And let's do our thing. What time is it? All right, it's going to be 1 o'clock. I'm going to be shutting it down. So, guys, who will the Niners sign next? Is it going to be a corner, a safety, a linebacker, a pass rusher, Are they going to bring somebody from the offensive side of the ball? Maybe a receiver? We shall find out. We shall find out what the Niners do. But you guys are amazing. I appreciate watching my boring show tonight. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. You guys are amazing. You guys handle your thing, man. Thank you for being faithful to the Niners. Thank you for your love to the Niners, man. I appreciate each and every one of you because sometimes it's not easy to be a Niner fan, but you guys are truly faithful. You guys are truly, truly faithful. And I appreciate each and every one of you. I appreciate that, Phil General. This is what I like to do. I like to talk football. I come in here and I bring my style. This is who I am. I'm never going to change for anybody. And the beautiful thing about podcasts is that you choose who you want to listen to, right? Who else is talking at this hour? So it is what it is, man. But listen, if it was only you, Phil General, listening to my podcast, it would be worth it. I will still come on here and talk 49er football because of people like yourself, brother. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed your workout. Hang in there, brother. Have a wonderful night. Be blessed. And we'll see you on the next podcast. Daniel Barry Sports, I see you. I see you. I am on my way out, brother. But thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you. You guys have a wonderful night. Everyone else that came in earlier, if you're still watching, Bash, thank you for stopping in. Don, Dominic Niner, thank you for stopping by. And Jimmy Perez and everybody that came in earlier. If you're still here, thank you. If you're not, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Have a wonderful night. We'll see you on the next podcast. I'm out of here. Always remain faithful. Peace. Go Niners.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,